Nicole here for Simon Says Stamp with a card showcasing components from the September Simon Says Stamp card kit. I created a birthday themed card here today using all components from the kit as well as a Simon Says Stamp exclusive die. And I love the scratch off stickers included in the September card kit. They are so fun for an interactive card element. I trimmed down some of the pattern paper from the kit to fit the front of a standard size card. So I trimmed it down to A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to adhere that to the front of a top fold card base. Then from some of the white cardstock in the kit, I die cut a border using the wavy scallop border die. This is an exclusive die from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to take one of the greetings from the stamp set included in the kit this month, and it reads, "To my wonderful friend," and I'm going to stamp that kind of near the bottom of this white panel. My greeting is actually going to read, "Happy birthday to my wonderful friend," but the happy birthday is going to be that interactive element. Now you could choose to do balloons, or you could just do a whole bunch of dots. There's all kinds of things you could do. I personally love the balloons. I think they're fun. I always love balloon themed cards. I can't get enough of them. I am going to use a little Post-it tape to mask off this wavy edge. That way when I ink up the balloons, if I want to ink them off the side here to the left, they're not going to go into that scallop portion. I want everything from that stitching line out to not have ink on it. So I simply just took my Post-it tape, ripped it up as I needed to, and completely covered that wavy line. Then using the 2 sizes of balloons included in the stamp set, I am going to start inking up my balloons. I am using all Simon Says Stamp inks. I'm using Spring Rain and Scuba. Those are my 2 blue colors. Duckling is the yellow color I'm using. I took the colors directly from the puffy stickers included in the card kit because I wanted to use some of those. So I went over to my little swatch ring of Simon Says Stamp ink colors, picked the colors I thought looked closest to that, and then went ahead and pulled those inks to use. The pink is Doll Pink. And these are the 4 colors that my balloons are going to be in. So I'm just going to stamp a bunch of balloons. I want to look like they're all kind of floating up there above the greeting, going back and forth until I get this completely filled the way I want it to look. I think I'll fill a couple more small areas, a little bit of it at the top. I like when they go off the sides or the top of the card. It grounds the images instead of making them all feel like they're just kind of floating there in outer space. I'm going to take the balloon string now, and I used a little bit more Post-it tape just to kind of mask off. This is totally not fancy masking at all. In fact, there was one area that I kind of messed up, so I just ended up stamping an additional balloon. I am using a very light gray color. This is the Fog ink from Simon Says Stamp, so it's not going to be terribly visible if you do make a mistake. You could totally make nicer masks if you wanted to. I was doing it kind of the lazy way, doing this kind of quick and easy. Here's where I tried to make my balloon string longer. Go ahead and stamp just a couple more of these. This is the one that I did not get lined up perfectly, so it's not going to connect. You can see it there, and really I knew that would bother me, so I will kind of disguise that with an additional stamped balloon. I like leaving in those little mistakes so that, like me, if you have one of those errors come up, try to think of a creative way to fix it instead of starting over. If at all possible, I always try to fix it instead of starting over. So I stamped my darkest, one of my darkest colors, that Scuba ink, right there over it, and that's really going to help kind of disguise the fact that the balloon string did not meet up perfectly. I'll stamp one more little balloon over here, and I think I'm even going to add a little bit more of that Scuba along the left side. I do need to add just a couple more balloon strings. peel off any of that Post-it tape there. I did peel all this off and I thought I only have one balloon, that pink one, on this side, and I felt like it really needed one more. So I just put a couple of those masks back and grabbed that scuba ink again, and just a little touch of that so that it helps ground that side of the design a little better. I'm going to get rid of all my Post-it tape. And I'm ready to add some fun details now. This is where that scratch off technique comes in so fun. These balloons and the circles are sized perfectly to work with the Inky Antics scratch off stickers. So I've stamped the balloon. Now I want to stamp the greeting. This is going to be the greeting that you see when you scratch off that sticker. So it's going to read Happy Birthday. I like to stamp anything that I've never stamped before off on scratch paper, so that I get a better impression on my actual project. Then, so that the recipient of the card knows that you have to scratch that off, there are some great scratch off stickers that say scratch here or scratch off. I thought about using the scratch here, but it's a little bit bigger than what I really wanted. The scratch off is a little smaller, so I just took the little arrow. I'm gonna stamp that on the yellow balloon and then stamp scratch off. I will take the sticker here and cover up the Happy Birthday. Here in a second, I did create a duplicate of this panel, and I'm going to scratch it off so you can see what it looks like for the recipient. Now I'm going to take some of these puffy stickers and add some of these circle shapes throughout my card design. Just 3 of them that coordinate nicely. Fun little dimensional, colorful embellishment. Find the perfect place for that striped one. Then I'm going to take foam adhesive on the back of this panel and pop it up over the pattern paper background. I'm going to take the Scotch foam adhesive and then just line it up all the way across this panel so that when I send this through the mail, it doesn't get pressed in anywhere. It's going to keep it nice and dimensional. Make sure get it covered. Little section right here. Peel off the backing paper on all of this. I've already attached my black pattern paper to my card base. And then I will attach this dimensional balloon panel right to that. Make sure and get it lined up exactly. And then I just need to trim off a little excess along the bottom edge here. My pattern paper was a tiny bit longer than my card base. Now I love the little dots that you can create with this glitter glue or enamel glue included in the kit. I love this stuff. I decided to just go with the silver, and I'm going to create little dots of silver enamel or glitter all over the card design just to kind of round it out and finish it off. So you can create all kinds of different sizes. I've got some small ones, some medium ones, and a little bit larger. You just want to sit it flat to dry for a little bit. It really doesn't take that long to dry, and that should finish off the card. I'll add just a couple more here and there to round out the birthday surprise. So here's a look at scratching off that happy birthday with a coin, so you can see how great that looks. Thanks for watching this video showcasing the Simon Says Stamp September 2016 card kit. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.